Alright guys, so last video I said Tiffany was feeling sick because of allergies. Turns out they weren't allergies. Now I'm sick. So it must be like a cold or something. But we have 2 weeks until we are out of the house and into the bus full time. So that being the case, we gotta get stuff done anyway. And today's project, hopefully we can get it done today, is the wood stove install. This is the amount of space that we're working with. We have ribs of the bus that go here. The only spot the flue can go, because we backed ourselves into yet another corner, is right there. But I think that's fine actually. The only downside to that placement, the stack will cast shadow from this direction onto the panel right here, but really it's only if we're parked in a certain direction and at a certain time of day. So in lieu of removing this panel and relocating it, I'm just gonna deal with it. Please excuse me while I drill a 6-inch hole through the roof that I've so meticulously waterproofed. All right, here goes nothing. Oh God. Oh God. That was a good start. Hello. Boom. All right, so we've got the hole drilled, we've cleaned up around the hole so that we have a nice, there's even really, you know, this hole is already larger than the double walled pipe. And then we scraped out and cleaned up pretty much 1.5 inches around that as well. And so now we can get to finishing that and putting the frame up.
Thing should cause us this much trouble.
All right, guys, how's that look? So we are T-minus, what day is this? 3 days until we move into the bus full time. We're gonna be sticking around Longmont for about a week while we take care of some last minute business around here. But yeah, 3 days until we are in the bus full time and out of this awesome house that has been our home for 3 years. Right behind me, we have some like odds and ends that we're putting in. They're really just sort of various pieces of tech and wraps and it's this weird mishmash of stuff. So anyway, this is really the first time we're figuring out where to put everything. This is going to be our first taste of, I don't know, how much space we're really going to have, how easy it is to find certain things. So
we're cheating a little bit. We're not getting rid of everything. Kenny and Corbin, yes, Kenny, the guy that made our awesome countertop, has offered to keep a little bit of stuff for us here in Longmont. So this is what we have for them. We filled up a tub. It's mostly like portfolio, books I've illustrated, you know, books that we really, like fine art books we really want to keep but don't really have room for in the bus. I have an original painting here that I definitely want to keep, but it's just way too big, of one of my favorite illustrators. We do like our childhood Christmas ornaments and stuff because we can't get rid of those.
a lot of negatives of mine that I shot in college, some 11x14 negatives that I don't ever want to get rid of. This is, that encompasses everything that we're really holding on to.
Alright guys, I just organized my first drawer, which is oddly exciting and satisfying to me. It's a spice drawer down here. I'll show you, it's nice and everything's labeled. Not every drawer is going to be this way, not even close, but I figured I'd start in a place that made sense to me, so check it out. You can see it on the outside.
Alright, so we are going, it is now Saturday, it is now 2 days before we are in the bus full time. Today we're going to be taking the dogs to the vet, while also picking up a few more last minute things at the RV store. The RV store.
The RV store. What is it? The Camping World?
Camping World, and then...
We need peat moss so that we can poop in our toilet.
Yeah, we need to actually get the composting toilet ready to use. And a few other things.
So here we are. This is a little embarrassing at Chick-fil-A. We've been eating terribly lately because of all the things we've been trying to get done.
We've been trying to get work done, we tried all this other stuff, a billion things happening all at once. If we were better people, we would be okay with making something, even if it's easy, but we're not. Let's pick some. What do you want? What do you want? Oh my God.
So it's time to put peat moss in our toilet. It hasn't been used in the number 2 way because it's not ready for that. There's nothing in the back. That's actually why we taped the top of it, because we were a little afraid that maybe a kid or something at the tiny house festivals might try to use the toilet. So here goes nothing. Okay, so the toilet is back in its place. It's secured to the floor, the vent's connected again, the fan's running, and everything's good to go, so it's ready to use. I don't have to go. I can't think about this anymore. You have no idea what it's going to be like. So there's a point where you just have to do the thing, or you're going to drive yourself crazy. And that's where I'm at. So, 2 days.
These next 2 weeks are going to be really tough. Really hard. I feel like they're probably going to be the hardest out of everything, because it's going to be this enormous learning curve. We're going to try things and they're not going to work the way we expect them to. Mm-hmm. And we're going to have to find a way to make them work. I mean, we're going to panic. Like, we're going to...
Oh, I'm already there.
Like, we can't let it get the best of us, and we have to solve the problems as they come up without losing our cool. And that's something I'm saying it for me, I'm not saying it for you, really.
Well, it's for both of us. I don't think either. I mean, obviously, building this bus has made us a lot better. But I don't feel like either of us do well with stress like that.
No, well, we're not used to it really, and you know, I mean, we're coming from like we've said that we know that we're uprooting our lives, and we said that we're trying to we've done the research, and we feel like we have a good, you know, concept of what it's going to be like going into it, but we have no idea.
Like, it's real all of a sudden. You can think about it all you want. You can think about it for 2 years like we did, but until we're out there, we don't know what it's going to be like.
All right, so we move into the bus. It's Sunday now.
Tomorrow.
We move into the bus tomorrow. We will be out of the house that we've been living in for 3 years tomorrow. Here's to getting used to being outside of our comfort zone. That's where we're going to live. So anyway, I don't know.
Yeah.
Freaking out.
Freaking out a little bit.
So,
a lot of it.
We, yeah, we're sticking around Longmont for about a week. We'll be in the bus, but sticking around Longmont, and then headed north to Wyoming, and then to South Dakota. So that's where we're at. We have some stuff planned, but a bunch of things are up in the air, so we'll see where things land. But anyway, till then, see you guys.
Yeah, subscribe, because our next video...
Get ready.
Our next videos should be interesting.
Get ready to,
if nothing else.
We'll try to, we'll take you along with us. We don't know what's going to happen, so...
Thanks for watching.
All we can say is enjoy the ride. Bye.